raged at the end of the first tournament. The forces of Earthrealm were facing their greatest challenge. Mortal Kombat!
Hey everyone, welcome back with Monks-Ermac, where today we're going to start our playthrough of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, and we're going to play as, you guessed it, Ermac.
You won your first Mortal Kombat tournament. Earth has been spared, but Shang Tsung is a poor loser. This is Goral's lair. It is one of Shang Tsung's traps. You must find your way off the island before it crumbles into the sea. Make your way to the Wu Shi Academy. Pick up the items I've left.
So as you just seen, so this is actually based off of the story of Mortal Kombat 2. And you start off in Goral's lair, which is a MK1 location. There's a little bit of a mix in between there. You'll have some MK1 characters, MK2. You may be wondering, well, why is Ermac in this then? He's actually a secret boss you can fight in this game. And the reason why he's in it, even though he didn't make his actual debut until Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, is because You know, he was actually just essentially a glitched model of Scorpion from the first Mortal Kombat game, which, you know, Scorpion, if you played the game too much or something like that, it's Scorpion, maybe Sub-Zero, but I think it was just Scorpion, but I could be wrong. Eventually it would just turn back into, go from yellow to red for Scorpion and MK1, his color would change. And I believe that was because the original color, like the ninja outfit that they used in the first game for the motion capture, was red, and they just changed the colors, you know, for the actor, depending on the character. And eventually that glitch became Ermac, because error macro or something was in the code whenever that happened. But I mean, there's a whole bunch of videos that cover it better than I just did on you know, where Ermac came from and the glitch and all this other stuff. Mortal Kombat has a really cool history with making characters, you know, just from glitches and stuff like that. Speaking of glitches. But yeah, he's actually my favorite character in the entire series. Hence why I'm playing as him in this, even though he doesn't really have any combos, as you can see. He barely has any real attacks as well. And I don't know, I'm trying to remember. I think some might be button mapped differently. Like most characters in this game, when you hold R1, you know, the accesses their specials. I forget, but maybe it's I have to press 2 buttons at the same time, but it doesn't seem to be working for me. But as you can tell, he doesn't really have any combos. And you may also have noticed that big health bar at the bottom. There is a code in which removes that, because technically, like, this is, even though I'm playing as him, this is Ermac as the boss. So I mean, the game's just kind of confused on what's going on here. There is a code to fix that. I just forgot to click it on my emulator before I did this, so that's why the name tag's at the bottom, which I'll probably fix for next video. But all the codes and stuff like that for how to do this kind of stuff and play as different characters. I'll put all the IDs that I know of different characters that are playable. That stuff will be down below, and there'll be links to videos on how to actually do it properly and stuff like that. And of course, all the credits and sources of which I found these are going to be down in the description below. So if you made it this far and you haven't just jumped to conclusions in the comments to ask for, like, how do I do this, where's the link, or whatever, they're all in the description. I know most people don't read those things, but trust me, descriptions are there for a reason. And if you're also wondering, well, Ermac, you know, does he have any fatalities? How are you going to get past certain parts? Well, that's also a hack, as you'll see. It's actually a pretty amazing game when you think about it. Like, this is a boss character who was never meant to be in any of these cutscenes or anything like that. It's so interesting how the games work, how they programmed in, which you can really just put any character in any, you know, from the game in any model and slot or whatever, and they'll just kind of, like, no T-posing or mess up animations as far as the cutscenes go. They just kind of fit perfectly. Which, you know, some characters I was going to think of trying to play as Noob Saibot and Smoke at some point, you know, just swapping their moves with Sub-Zero and Scorpions. However, since they were only cutscene characters, well, actually, Smoke isn't. He just kind of stands there and emits smoke, so he has no moving animations or anything like that. And Noob Saibot's just a 5-second cutscene character. And I think because of that, they, even when you assign moves to them, their models just spaz out. They're just that. They're cutscene models and models that were never meant to move or have any animations assigned to them to begin with. So I have not been able to get them to work, unfortunately. But that said, I haven't been able to get anybody to work with anybody's moveset other than Kung Lao. And the reason why I bring that up is because with this code that I have on, I'll show you in a little bit when it's actually necessary. It's going to be for the fatality room. Obviously, Ermac doesn't have any fatalities in this game, so in order to bypass those, as well as some Multalities and Brutalities, for any time that I would need to use a character when I don't have any abilities for them, you can just have a code on that will have 2 movesets. So there's a player 2 moveset that's currently on, and if I hold L1, or no, it's L2, which is our block button and lock on button, and then I press up, I'll keep as Ermac. But if I press down while holding L2, I'll turn into Kung Lao. And you're supposed to be able to do this with any character's movesets. You know, if I want to, I could give Ermac Johnny Cage's moveset and stuff like that. And it's supposed to work. And the video that I showed down below is actually shows off Scorpion with Ermac's moveset and stuff like that. I don't know, it just doesn't for whatever reason work for me, and I'll just have to try and experiment just a little bit more and see if maybe I can get it to work with other character movesets other than Kung Lao. So I mean, it works for what I need to do. However, it's just not really work. I would like to have other characters' movesets, and like I said, I'd like to play as Smoke and use Scorpion's moveset because, back in the day, MK2, especially MK Trilogy with the human Smoke and stuff like that, he was essentially just another Scorpion, just with a different skin. Obviously in MK2, he was a hidden character you could fight, and he was known for being super fast. But I mean, that's how I remember it. Was an MK Trilogy human Smoke. He was just a copy of Scorpion. And then Noob Saibot, I would just give Sub-Zero's moveset.
This is the way off the island.
One thing that I've always, because like I said, you could use any character model in this game and swap the moves and play as them. Even, I could play as a freaking Oni, like the ones I just killed, and they have moves mapped to them and all this other sort of stuff. It's not the same way as like a regular playable character. Like I had to, for Ermac and his telekinesis slam, I have to do, instead of R1 and a regular button, I have to press triangle and square. For his fireball attack, I have to do square and circle, and then for his teleport attack, I have to do triangle and circle. But it is really cool that I can grab multiple enemies at a time with my throws. That's pretty awesome. And I love that uppercut. It's very powerful and reminiscent of the classic uppercuts in the games. Just another reason to love Ermac. But yeah, he's pretty powerful. It's just the lack of combos kind of makes it very, very slow. So I don't know. Maybe I'll keep playing as him. But that'll be up to you guys. I'm thinking of doing a playthrough of Reptile instead, because he's a versus mode character. Him, Reptile, Baraka, Katana, and Johnny Cage are versus mode characters, and the only thing they're actually missing to be able to play in the full story mode is just literally just Multalities and Brutalities. And they're so far along, it makes me wonder if they were actually planned to initially be playable, all 8 characters in the story mode as bonus characters, because I don't know, it just seems weird to me. Like, the story mode's kind of very forgettable in this game. So, I mean, obviously they put a little bit of work into it and stuff like that. It's just so weird to me they didn't make every character playable in, the story mode. But maybe it was just a timing issue, because they didn't have 2 years to make every game, I don't think. I think it was just like a new Mortal Kombat game every year from like 2002 to 2006. But as you can see, by holding L2 and pressing down, now I'm just fully playing as Kung Lao, essentially with an Ermac skin. And as for example here, I mean, obviously Ermac was never meant to have Kung Lao's moves, but no glitches or anything like that. But if it were Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, well, actually, never mind, there is a glitch. But that's his hat throw, so that makes sense. But for Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion, I just cannot get those movesets to work, and it stings so bad. So it's not just a noob and smoke thing. That's actually pretty cool. Looks like I just chopped him straight in half with my hand. And this, I would love to have Liu Kang's moveset too for to play as Jax too, because Liu Kang, he has 2 fatalities which are he essentially just completely stole from Jax. You know, that head squash move and then the tearing the opponent's arms off. So I think that would look just really cool playing as Jax. Jeez, Mortal Kombat, the only game that can make cannibalism seem somewhat funny. Fellas. So I might actually have to switch to Kung Lao again for this because I don't think Ermac has an actual official throw, because whenever you throw people, it's just that like push back and forth thing that I do. Yeah, I'm not even gonna risk it. Let's just get it done. But like I said, I don't have any combos, so it's very slow with these things. So you guys let me know. Do you want to see more of Ermac in particular, or do you want to see me play as Reptile next week? Probably gonna play as Reptile, honestly. Just I plan on at some point playing as all the versus mode characters. Like I said, it's weird that they didn't finish them for the story because they fit so well. Have a lot of very unique moves and combos, and stuff like that. Katana's animation, since she's a girl, obviously her animation skeleton in the cutscene is really weird. But it's also cool if you just want to, you know, if you're doing solo too, and you just want a character, you know, to join you in the journey for cutscenes, you can also just assign that as well. So, like for example, if I wanted Jade to be my the secondary character instead of Kung Lao in all my cutscenes, I can do that. But you know, I'll probably just hold off on that. There's not really any reason for it. Plus, to be honest, I haven't tested it yet with you know, with this code on that allows me to swap movesets. So it might mess things up with that. And that's the moveset swap is very important, because if without it, you'd have to exit the game, essentially from the checkpoints that you have, which are just those save states, like that spot that I saved up there, the statue of the save spots. And so you'd have to exit the game, reboot it up as like one of the main 4 characters you can play as: Sub-Zero, Scorpion. How did I miss that? Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kung Lao, or Liu Kang. Go all the way through the rooms and essentially play the majority of the levels, to then go and, you know, do the Multalities and the Brutalities. It's not too bad when it's the Living Forest and you do the Brutalities, because there's a save space right before that, but not on the freaking Multality stage. You gotta do like pretty much the majority of the level until you get to there. It's not till after you do that in which you can save, so you know, nobody wants to see that.
The guards, when you lock up.
This has been something that I think has been a part of the community for quite a bit in Shaolin Monks, so it's just great to see, you know, the things that they left in for us. I think this game could have definitely, it's not a bad game and it doesn't make it worse or anything, but I think it could have benefited from maybe a few more playable characters, either through this or the versus mode and stuff like that. But I don't know, even a sequel to this game would be awesome. I don't think the story could ever live up to the story of this game. You know, yeah, it's very campy, but I just think the mythology of the old Mortal Kombat games it's just something they aren't able to capture anymore, and they kind of, I don't think it's one of those things where they make fun of it as much anymore or anything like that, but I do like how back in the day, like around this time, these games were very geeky and cheeky and goofy and stuff like that, and I like how they did it unashamedly, whereas nowadays they kind of make fun of that stuff, except for Raiden. But that could be a discussion for the next video. But once we take care of this guy, that's going to be the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, as I do fighting game videos every single Friday. But above all else, please remember to have a nice day